Decomposing unit and non-unit fractions. Unit fractions are fractions that have 1 as the numerator, or a fraction that is one part of the whole. So examples of unit fractions would be 1/3. As you can see, one part is colored out of 3. 1/5, 1 out of 5. 1/7, and 1/12. A non-unit fraction is a fraction that has more than one part of the whole shaded in, or we're talking about more than one piece. Examples of non-unit fractions would be 3/4, 5/6, 9/10. So right now I have a tape diagram and it's divided into 4 parts. My whole thing is the 4 parts. Out of those 4 parts, 3 are shaded. Now, that means that I have 3/4 of a whole. Now, when I decompose or break down 3/4, I can say that 3/4 is the same as 1/4, because this part is shaded, plus 1/4 for this part, plus 1/4. Now, if I looked at this, I see that 3 times I have 1/4 added together. So because of that, I could also say that 3/4 is equal to 3 times 1/4. It is the same thing because 3 times I add 1/4. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about fractions, non-unit fractions, and even talk about some improper fractions. Okay, so down here I have 1 whole. Remember, fractions are always related to 1 whole. So this 1 whole thing is broken into 4 parts. So every part after that I'm talking about is broken into fourths as well. We can see that this whole thing, all 4 parts are shaded. So I have 4/4 shaded here. But I have 1 part of a whole nother one shaded in. So that's 1/4. When I put it together, I can say that I have 5/4 shaded. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, which makes 5/4. Sometimes people will put those things together without making a second whole picture. They combine it just like I have here on the bottom. So even though you see 5 parts, this bracket or brace indicates or shows that 4 pieces make up the whole, and that's, it says 4 in the whole. So because of that, this picture is the same as this picture up here. So we could say that 5/4 are shaded here because this picture with the 4 parts is my whole, just like above. Now if I wanted to decompose 5/4, I can say that 5/4 is 1/4 plus, plus 1/4. So I could add 1/4 5 times. That would be decomposing it into unit fractions actually. Or because I added 1/4 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I could say that 5/4 is also equal to 5 times 1/4. To give you even more information, I could even decompose my 5 times 1/4 in a different way. I could say that because I know that this is broken up into 4/4 plus 1/4, I could also break 5/4 up this way. And this is a big... I could also say that 5/4 is 4 times 1/4. Wait a minute, Miss Thomas, where did you get that from? 4 times 1/4 is 4/4 decomposed. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. We added it 1/4 4 times. So 4 times 1/4 plus 1/4. So we add it 1/4 one time. We could also say 1 times 1/4. You know, it works out because 1 times any number is the number. So 1 times 1/4 does equal 1/4. So we could break up 5 times 1/4 into 4 times 1/4 plus 1 times 1/4. I know that's a lot, and we're going to stop right there.